Ladies and gentlemen, out of respect for the formality of this occasion, please take a moment to ensure that your cell phone is silenced. We appreciate your cooperation in this matter. Now, please stand for the academic procession and remain standing until after the singing of the national anthem.
Good morning. Welcome to the 113th commencement exercise at Ohio Dominican University. The invocation this morning will be offered by Michael Ingram, our Director of Campus Ministry, followed by the singing of the national anthem, led by 3 graduating members of the University Chorus, Hannah Brightbill, Addison Barrett, and Shannon Prater.
Good morning. O divine inspirer, O great creator, we have gone to great lengths to be here today. Through a pandemic, through civil unrest, after years of study, countless papers, and seemingly endless exams. At times, the feeling of sorrow may have been overwhelming. Yet we are comforted by the words of a simple carpenter to his closest friends and disciples. You will be sorrowful, but your sorrow will turn into joy. So you have trouble now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. Today is a day for joy. Today is a day to be surrounded by friends and family who have supported you through it all. Today is a day for celebration. It is also a day for thanks. In this briefest of moments, let us pause to remember and give thanks. Thanks for the growth each of these graduates have experienced. Thanks for great accomplishments. Thanks for time spent laughing. Thanks for the tireless dedication of the faculty who brought education to life. Thanks to the staff who guided you along the way. Thanks for the community that has been fostered over the years and will continue into the future. Thanks for all that these graduates have taught us and all they have contributed to the university. And thanks for all that they will give to our future. In a world that desperately needs new leaders, dedicated individuals committed to living their lives as a witness to others, always contemplating truth and sharing that truth with those around them, today is a day for joy. It is also a day for hope. Hope for a brighter and better tomorrow. Hope for the great things these graduates will offer to each other and to the world. And so with this we pray, may God Creator bless us, may God Redeemer heal us, and may God the Holy Spirit move within us. Amen.
If we could have the singers to sing the national anthem. Please be seated. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the President of Ohio Dominican University, Dr. Robert Gervaisi.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. Good morning and welcome to each of you today, students, faculty, staff, parents, grandparents, family, and friends, to Ohio Dominican University's 113th commencement ceremony. This is your day to celebrate. I also want to welcome our commencement keynote speaker, a recipient of the Connolly Award for Outstanding Teacher and beloved friend and professor of political science, Dr. Ron Carstens. Dr. Carstens, we can applaud Dr. Carstens too, all day long. Dr. Carstens, your career as an educator at Ohio Dominican, your tireless devotion to serving students, and your commitment to lifelong learning are an example of what each graduate here today should aspire to in their lives. We look forward to hearing your insights in just a few moments. We're also blessed to have many members of the university's Board of Trustees with us today. I'd like to ask our trustees to please stand so that we may recognize them and thank them for the vision and leadership they provide our university. I'm also always grateful to Ohio Dominican's founding congregation, the Dominican Sisters of Peace, who are represented here in the audience and also joining us in celebration via live stream. The sisters exemplify in every sense what it truly means to live a life of service. Their contributions and guidance are a blessing for our entire campus community and our institution, which they founded more than 110 years ago, and they support relentlessly today. We honor the sisters for their vision and for their commitment to the search for truth that is the foundation of an ODU education. Thank you, sisters. I also want to thank my leadership team, as well as welcome our President-designate, Connie Gallagher. And I also want to give a special thank you to my wonderful wife, spouse, partner, and best friend, Jen. This is actually the 21st year in which I have presided at university commencements, and it likely will be my final, and therefore it's very special for me to be with you here today, and I want to thank Jen for being part of this incredible journey with me, not only at ODU, but even before. So thank you, Jen. So congratulations to each of you who's graduating today, and also to your families. Graduation, commencement is a family affair. After all that we have endured together over the past year and a half, this truly is a landmark day. And what makes today's ceremony so unique is not only that we celebrate this year's graduating class, we also celebrate those who graduated last year and who, due to the pandemic, were not afforded the opportunity to participate in this timeless tradition. To those graduates in particular, thank you for your grace and patience over the past year. We're delighted that you have returned home to celebrate the culmination of your ODU journey today. Of course, you didn't go on this journey alone, which is why I want to acknowledge the talent and determination of everyone assembled on this stage, and especially the faculty who sit behind you. because while they sit behind you today as your professors, they will stand beside you in support in the months and years to come as mentors, because you are always now part of the ODU family. Join me in thanking our faculty and our staff. Your ODU education and the collective experiences you have enjoyed at this very special place have equipped you with resources you can use in the years to come. Because of that, make no mistake, you are ready for the challenges that lie ahead. You are ready to experience the profound joys that this life has to offer, with all its challenges. And you're ready to leave your mark on the world as you make the transition from the classroom to a rewarding career with compassion, conviction, and character. Congratulations, graduates, and to each of you who supported these graduates on this journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Gervaisi. Usually at commencement, we have one senior speaker who is chosen to speak on behalf of their classmates. This year, however, we will have two. As you know, we were not able to celebrate an in-person commencement last year. Some of the students who would have walked across this stage last year are joining us today. We thought it appropriate to have one of their classmates address them and speak for them on this occasion. Allow me to introduce the senior speaker for the class of 2020, Mercy Gonzalez, who is graduating with a degree in social work.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. Before I start my speech, I'd like to give all the glory and honor to the one who brought me here on this day. Thanking God for this privilege to be able to speak to the graduating class of 2020, the graduating class of 2021, and to all the friends and family that are here today. I also want to thank my family and friends that are here for me. Thank you for being the push I needed a year ago and for still being that push a year later. It was an honor to dedicate my diploma to God and my family, as well as being able to establish a path of higher education in my family. In light of the academic theme for Ohio Dominican last year being truth and this year being what it means to be human, let's be honest. Sometimes being a human is hard. For college students, it's hard to go from an 8 a.m. philosophy class to cramming in one last check for graduation. The last 4 years, or however many years you have lived through to get to this day, have been a struggle like no other. One day, you're at the top of your game, and then one philosophy pop quiz later, your life is spinning out of control. You never know what hit you, where it came from, or how much damage was done, but you just know you're going to make it with at least a C. You just know that one day you'll take your final exams, you'll eat in Hamilton Hall for the last time, play your last college game, or for some of you, it may be the last time you'll spend with friends you've made along the way. That all 4 years will be memories ingrained in your brain, and that the events you experienced here at ODU might one day be something told to your kids as a learning experience, or a funny story your dad may one day turn into a really corny dad joke, but you'll still laugh along because nothing is better than living firsthand the experience. Now is the time to remember the first day of freshman year. Many of you looked different, spoke different, walked differently. Maybe you changed your major, or maybe your friend group. But what didn't change was your desire to listen to your full name being called, other than when you're in trouble, walk across the stage, and receive your diploma and become part of the community of graduates. A year later, and I am forever grateful to be standing here delivering this speech. Being human is understanding that though things may change, we are capable of surviving and adapting. You are more than your major, more than just another graduate, another ODU alumni. You hold in your hands, as the class of 2020 and the class of 2021, the ability to impact Columbus, Ohio by just being yourself. After going what you believe in, I have learned that even in the circumstances and situations of life, I still have the power to decide where my energy goes. This past year has shown us as humans what it means to be united even when we are separated, what it means to fight when there is no strength left, and what it means to come together for a good cause. That is what it means to be human, rising together when adversity rises against us. Learning that though we may look different on the outside, we all bleed the same color and are stronger when we get together. All of you have the power to change the atmosphere by just walking into a room. You are the life of the party. All of you have thoughts and ideas that could revolutionize the world. Do not doubt yourself, even if your surroundings do. Learn to trust God first, then trust yourself. Be good, be kind, be peacemakers, help each other, share the love, grow spiritually, spread the gospel, stay connected, seek justice, and change the world one step at a time. Ohio Dominican, thank you for the acceptance letter in 2016, and I'll forever be grateful for the diploma earned 4 years later. May our paths cross again. Thank you.
Thank you, Mercy, for your inspiring words. Now, please allow me to introduce our senior speaker for the class of 2021, Dominique Washington, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Art degree in Criminal Justice.
To Dr. Gervaisi, President-elect Gallagher, Dr. Martinez, ODU trustees, faculty, and staff, thank you for this opportunity to address my fellow graduates. Now to my fellow graduates, wow, we really made it. I know you always hear at graduations about how excited and how proud everyone is of the graduating class's accomplishments, but I truly believe this is an extra special commencement. It's not just because we made it to graduation day in the midst of a pandemic, but because we didn't let the pandemic stop us from achieving the inevitable. We all came to Ohio Dominican University with the intent of reaching this day where we receive our degrees. We came to this school not knowing what lies ahead of us and all of the challenges we'd soon have to overcome. Many of us just bright-eyed, fresh out of high school, without a care in the world, thinking we could conquer anything. And then that first day of school hit. Things got hard and we got discouraged. We cried a little, or maybe a lot. We changed our majors once or twice, or in my case, 3 times. We got lost on road trips, ate greasy foods, felt like we were alone, and pulled all-nighters for that one test that had absolutely nothing to do with our majors. But we did all this, and we found our way. The tears soon turned to laughter. Getting lost turned into an adventure. The all-nighters eventually turned into game nights. The nights where we felt alone ended when we started meeting new people and building lifelong friendships. And we started finding ourselves. That's what this whole college experience is about. It's not about knowing exactly what's going to happen every day of your life or where you'll be 10 years from now. But it's about going through the highs and lows and still coming out on top. Whether you started your experience here at ODU in the middle of high school, at the age of 18, or even at the age of 80, you started for a reason. Even if that reason was because your parents told you you didn't have a choice and that college was not optional, you still made it through and reached the finish line. Regardless of the type of degree you are graduating with today, or the reason you are graduating today, you are the one whose name is on that degree. It is a testament to your tenacity, your patience, and your resilience to overcome whatever adversity life throws your way. And nobody can ever take that away from you. You still may not know where you're going and what you're going to do with that degree, and that's okay. My grandfather always reminds me that I have to keep my faith strong, and that faith itself is walking with God, even when you don't really know where you're going. As we go out into this world with our new degrees and explore all that there is to be offered, we have to remember that it's okay to not know where you're going. As long as you keep your faith, your head held high, and continue to believe that God always has a plan for you, you'll find where you're meant to be and understand the mark that you are meant to leave on this world. Congratulations, graduates. Let's go and show this world what we're made of.
Thank you, Dominique, for your wonderful words. I now welcome back to the podium our president, Dr. Robert Gervaisi, to introduce our commencement speaker.
I have to confess, I was really tempted to make this a roast because I love Ron and he deserves to be roasted. But I decided instead to be serious. So it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce today's commencement keynote speaker. Dr. Ron Karstens, perhaps more than anyone here today, has a unique perspective on the meaning of this day for our graduates. As you will note in his biography, which can be found inside the program, Dr. Karstens has been a fixture at Ohio Dominican since 1974. That's back when it was still known as Ohio Dominican College. Throughout his career, Dr. Karstens has taught generations of Ohio Dominican students. He's also had the opportunity to watch countless students walk across the commencement stage, just as all of us will have the opportunity to witness in a moment. Dr. Karstens has used his vast experience and knowledge not only to educate students, but to help guide the university for as long as he has been on the faculty. I won't read you his biography, but I hope you take a moment to. Among his many achievements are numerous teaching awards that speak to his dedicated leadership on Ohio Dominican's campus and the profound impact he's had in the classrooms and on the lives of students and colleagues. This is especially true considering these awards were given by both colleagues and students alike. He also has previously served as a valued member on the university's Board of Trustees. Dr. Karstens not only has been a wonderful member of the faculty over my 4 years at ODU, he has also become a dear friend to Jen and me, and someone with whom I can discuss many shared interests. He has been a steadfast supporter of this university and a pillar of our ODU community, and I am honored. On this, my final commencement at ODU, I'm honored that he has accepted our invitation to address our graduates at this most special graduation ceremony. Please join me loudly in welcoming our commencement speaker, Dr. Ron Karstens.
Well, I'm honored and humbled. It would have been fine if you roasted me, because at my age, I won't remember tomorrow. Formally, I want to welcome President Gervaisi, members of the Board of Trustees, the President-elect Gallagher, my colleagues, the faculty, family and friends, and most important of all, you, the classes of 2020, 2021. I'm not quite sure why I'm here. Might be sloth, I don't know. I have a friend at the University of Texas at Austin who was put in the same position. And so he asked his 7-year-old daughter, what do you think I should say? And she said, Daddy, stand up, say your name, and sit down. Well, I'm a faculty member, I won't do that. Finally, you made it through. You made it through as students. You made it through in this terrible COVID year. Please don't stop being students. And please keep up your COVID guard. We're almost out of it. So now I have to say something significant to you on this most important of days. And I have to do that in full light of the fact that nobody remembers graduation addresses. I don't remember any of mine. I don't remember the content. I don't remember the speaker. I'm not even sure I remember the place. But I do remember that something significant happened to me at those moments. And I think that's going to be your experience. So what I want to try to do today is summarize what I hoped has happened to all of you during this time with us. No doubt you have heard in your time with us that you should contemplate the truth and that you should share that with others. Such is our motto, and what I want to know is what person of goodwill could possibly disagree with that. But our motto is not our mission. Our mission is to guide the ground upon which you can stand to discover something about the right relationship you should have to yourself, to others, and to God. While you were here, we've asked you to learn something about those relationships. We ask you to learn something about what it means to live a just life. Our mission also entails knowing something about the common good, something about those conditions without which neither you nor yours could possibly have any personal or collective good. You were asked to learn about the good that we share. And you were also charged to come to grips with the question of truth. What does that word imply? What does it mean? And most importantly of all, how does it connect us to God? You say, I do remember a class, or maybe classes, but see, your memory's fading. Right? Come sit next to me, all right? We have a lot of experience to share. What I say back to you is that something important did indeed happen to you while you were here. Something unseen, unheard, but nonetheless real. It happened when in your classes, in your studies, and in your relationships with faculty, staff, and other students, there you were being primed to be open to three great gifts. We didn't give them to you. We were the box they came in. We were one occasion for the Holy Spirit to give you the three great gifts of faith, hope, and love. The first gift, the gift of faith. I'll leave to my colleagues in theology and philosophy the finer points of the meaning of that word in our tradition and in our experience as church. But at its core, faith consists of trusting that which is trustworthy. You were all asked to learn how to distinguish between trustworthy and unreliable authority. You were all asked to find that which was trustworthy. And that's where you discovered something about your relationship with yourself, with others, and with God. You learned how to trust yourself, how to trust others, and most of all, I hope you learned how to trust God, the most important and the most enduring of that which is trustworthy. The second great gift is the gift of hope, a gift that our world longs for at this moment in time, a gift which, contrary to popular belief, is not optimism. Hope is a virtue, optimism is a lie. The world leaves you today with some of the greatest problems that have ever confronted humanity. You have to face them, you have to address them, you have to solve them if you want to leave a world to your children that is worthy of them. Hope is the gift of vision. It's not about looking, it's about seeing what is here and what needs to be done. Hope helps us stand in the face of the extraordinary problems confronting us while being assured that the odds will work out in our favor. Hope gives us the vision we need to see what lies out there and the courage to spend our lives in service of the common good. And more importantly, hope is the virtue that ties faith to love. That third gift, love, the greatest of all gifts. That gift has been working in each of you in your time with us. But you have to know that it's more than affection or romance, though I hope you've had some experience of those two things. At its core, love is willing the good for the other. It means living in such a way that the other will come to be his or her best self. It is the gift that gives, and miraculously, it is a gift that washes back upon us. No one who has ever loved has ever been diminished by that love. Love is a great mystery, and it's why we use it as the metaphor for God. God is love. So then, what gifts do you take with you as you commence upon the next chapter of your lives? Your ability to trust, your ability to see, and your capacity to love. Will you remember what I just said? No, you won't. But that doesn't bother me, because I know that you carry these gifts with you forever. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Karstens. Mr. President, the honors program and the faculty of the university would like to recognize 5 students whose hard work has resulted in graduating from the honors program. Would the following please stand and remain standing until all are called? Elizabeth McCoy, Jillian Vogt, Ryan Blankenship, Natalie Blanton, McKenna Carey, William Clarkin, Benjamin Cook, Evan Ernst, Caitlin Kelly, Hannah Luft, Alexandria Oliverio, Aubrey Sailors, Ryan Scaduto, Grant Sichel, Rachel Smith, Erica Staubel, Sean Stewart, Adam Vonderems, and Jennifer Woodford. Audience, please join me in acknowledging their accomplishment. You may be seated. On behalf of the faculty, I would like to recognize publicly those undergraduate students who have achieved levels of academic excellence as measured by their grade point average. To achieve the distinction of graduating cum laude, a student must achieve a grade point average of at least 3.5 but less than 3.7 on a 4-point scale for at least 60 semester credits at Ohio Dominican. Would those students who have achieved the level of cum laude please rise and be acknowledged by the audience? To achieve the distinction of graduating magna cum laude, a student must achieve a grade point average of at least 3.7 but less than 3.9 on a 4-point scale for at least 60 semester credits at Ohio Dominican. Would those students who have achieved the level of magna cum laude please rise and be acknowledged by the audience? To achieve the distinction of graduating summa cum laude, a student must achieve a grade point average of at least 3.9 on a 4-point scale for at least 60 semester credits at Ohio Dominican. Would those students who have achieved the level of summa cum laude please rise and be acknowledged by the audience? Congratulations to all students graduating with honors. Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts in English, Master of Arts in Theology, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education in Curriculum and Instruction, Master of Education in Educational Leadership, and Master of Science in Sport Management please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates who have completed requirements for the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science. In the name of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the appropriate degree.
By the authority vested in me through the Board of Trustees as President of Ohio Dominican University, I do hereby confer on these candidates the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Education please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates who have completed requirements for the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Education. In the name of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the appropriate degree.
By the authority vested in me through the Board of Trustees as President of Ohio Dominican University, I do hereby confer on these candidates the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Education. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts and Associate of Science please rise? Mr. President, I have the honor to present the candidates who have completed requirements for the degree of Associate of Arts and Associate of Science. In the name of the faculty, I recommend that these candidates be awarded the appropriate degree.
By the authority vested in me through the Board of Trustees as President of Ohio Dominican University, I do hereby confer on these candidates the degree of Associate of Arts and Associate of Science. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Audience, as the graduates are called forward to the stage, please do not approach the stage area for photos. A professional photographer will take photographs as the graduates receive their degrees. After all degrees have been awarded, the audience will be given opportunity to applaud all the graduates. I will read the names of the degree recipients from the graduate program as well as the undergraduate programs. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts please step forward to receive their diplomas? Mary Estella Brozovic. Chad Michael Edwards. Rebecca Helene Metzger. Tiffany Lee Russell. Molly E. Wilson. Temitope Rofiat Adeleke. Robin M. Bowling. Don M. Burns. Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Business Administration please step forward to receive their diplomas? Cameron S. Christian. Christopher Edward Eigner. Julia Hartman. Sahir Lamar Hicks. Keisha Elaine Lloyd. Gianna Collette Lawyer. Catherine Lyles. Joseph R. McCullough. Jawahir I. Mohammed. Amy Renee Paz. Kirtana Rao Poneri Anand. Alexander D. Russell. Catherine Marie Rickner. Blake A. Saffel. Melissa M. Scott. Megan Simari. Curran J. Sipes. James M. Torgormy. Lakita Riva Williams. Catherine Young. Will the candidates for the degree of Master of Education please step forward to receive their diplomas? Collins Apia. Caitlin C. Begany. Lydia Renee Dunn. Katie L. Eisel. Kristen R. Ford. Veronica Matsiva. Isaiah M. Smith. Rebecca Bryce Vogt. Moana H. Weiss. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please step forward to receive their diplomas? Assam Aljuani. Ayula, I got it. Ayula S. Anderson. DeAndre Lee Austin. Addison G. Barrett. Mackenzie M. Bissell. Donovan T. Brefford. Samantha Buck, cum laude. Daniel K. Burtis, summa cum laude. Malcolm E. Kuttner. Jonathan T. Dill. Lila Shea Edmonds, cum laude. Joanna Louise Eberwine. Tajane Millet Farmer. Aaron J. Fountain, magna cum laude. Lucia Gasca. Cody Gates. Jaron Gilliam. Mercy Kaylin Gonzalez. Lindsay Nicole Hankins. Alexander C. Holway, summa cum laude. Artasia Danielle Jones. Richard Miles Jones. Layla R. Lutweiler, magna cum laude. Awatif Agumi Lukili. Elizabeth McCoy, cum laude. Sydney Mills. Marie R. Aurelian. Andrea Guadalupe Palma. Amanda J. Perkins. Taylor Michelle Petrie, magna cum laude. Medium, Lisbeth Ponce. Rhiannon Rayleigh. John E. Rice. Kylie Ridge Reisinger O'Malley, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Simpkins. Haley L. Smith, summa cum laude. Jillian Page Vogt, cum laude. Adam Michael Vander Emps, summa cum laude. Cedric Delane Washington. Dominic Janae Washington. Stefan Mikal Williams Hines, cum laude. Alexis Oray Young, summa cum laude. Jordan Madeline Zarley. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please step forward to receive their diplomas? Antonio Amato. Stacy F. Andrews. Samuel Ofori Asamoah. Aaron J. Ashby, cum laude. Brianna Chanel Barber. Ryan Alexander Blankenship, magna cum laude. Natalie J. Blanton, magna cum laude. Logan Connor Brewer, summa cum laude. Hannah R. Brightbill, cum laude. McKenna Catherine Carey, summa cum laude. William David Clarkin, summa cum laude. Benjamin G. Cook, cum laude. Ian A. Corbett. Ciara Noel Crosby. Dawson Christopher Dales, cum laude. Destiny R. Dawson. Caitlin S. Denny. Jenna Lynn Danoon. Evmi Valentina Duarte. Evan Ernst, summa cum laude. Jackson Lee Finfrock. Zoe L. Fisher. Olivia Fox, cum laude. Nicole L. Franklin. Matthew Garber. Divine E. Gober. Joshua C. Hahn. Michael Hancock. Jordan M. Harp, cum laude. Tanisha D. Harrison. Madison Lynn Hart. Alex Christopher Heben, cum laude. Heibel. Peyton E. Heibel, magna cum laude. Aaron A. Jackson. Omar A. Jallo. Katerina Jankula. Connor Nash Johnson. Victoria May Jones. Devin S. Keebler. Allison N. Kern. Corey Aaron Ladani, cum laude. Hannah E. Luft, summa cum laude. Foster Douglas Martin, magna cum laude. Kayla E. Martin, cum laude. What's your name? Charles. Charles Mason Cortez. Eric W. Matthews, summa cum laude. James McCurdy. Michael Thomas Mooney, magna cum laude. Sean Kim Moore, Jr. Logan Thomas Neidhart, magna cum laude. Colton S. Oakley, summa cum laude. Georgette Beatrice Olinga Embida. Alexandria Elizabeth Oliverio, summa cum laude. Esther T. Prosper, magna cum laude. Madeline Elizabeth Rhodes, magna cum laude. Aubriana Rolong. Aubrey E. Sailors, cum laude. Ryan M. Scaduto, summa cum laude. Amanda G. Schroeder, magna cum laude. Nikita M. Scott. Alejandro Sedna Gomez. Grant A. Sichel, cum laude. Chase D. Smith. Rachel Marie Smith, magna cum laude. Lauren Statz, magna cum laude. Erica Noel Staubel, summa cum laude. Sean Michael Stewart, summa cum laude. Abby Lynn Swenson, cum laude. Daniel V. Tabasi. Angela R. Troyer, cum laude. David C. Turner. Skylar Urig. Rebecca Walker. Carissa D. Weekly, cum laude. Jacob Philip Wendell, magna cum laude. Julianne White, magna cum laude. Takia Danine Williams. Jennifer L. Woodford, summa cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education please step forward to receive their diplomas? Ashley M. Allen, magna cum laude. Lindsay Carolyn Butin, summa cum laude. Peyton M. Ellis. Annie M. Ivanichko. Ava Therese Eilig, magna cum laude. Courtney F. Jude, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Kelly, summa cum laude. Cassidy A. Moore, cum laude. Anastasia M. Paratopoulos, magna cum laude. Elise Elizabeth Rudder, summa cum laude. Danielle E. Burtis, cum laude. Hannah M. Smith, cum laude. Caitlin Stewart, magna cum laude. Erin Emily Up, summa cum laude. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Arts please step forward to receive their diplomas? Jamila Karis A. Caldwell. Cameron Dion Proctor. Keenan Dion Proctor. Will the candidates for the degree of Associate of Science, please step forward to receive their diplomas. Milvia Carrillo. Jessica Brianne Newbury. Carissa Nicole Williamson, cum laude.
I really miss shaking your hands, but I'm glad we got to do this way. Congratulations again, it's just fantastic. So graduates, is that a plane? They said they were going to not fly over Panther Stadium until 1 o'clock. Let's have a Panther pause. Contemplate for a moment. Share the fruits of that contemplation. Graduates, as you leave here today, I have 3 wishes for you. First, live with integrity. If you are reliable and trustworthy, people will embrace you as a colleague and turn to you for leadership. Second, courage. Courage isn't about being willing to run into a burning building to save a puppy or squaring off with a bully. It doesn't necessarily mean being cold or tough in that sense. It means having heart. So be people with heart. Nelson Mandela said, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." The brave person is not one who does not feel afraid, but one who conquers that fear. And finally, claim those most important gifts: faith, hope, and love, the greatest of which is love. Thanks again to Professor Carstens for reminding us. And so I leave you with that wish. Use what you have learned here to make the world better. Congratulations again. God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Gervaisi. I just want to ask you for one last round of applause. This might be Dr. Gervaisi's last commencement ceremony. It's been a wonderful 4 years here at Ohio Dominican. On stage this morning is the Book of Matriculation, which includes the names of many of you who signed the parchment as you entered the Ohio Dominican community. Your graduation today means you have come full circle since that first day on campus. You are now and always will be alumni of Ohio Dominican University. Graduates, please stand and look around the stadium. There are so many people here who have had a part in your educational journey, so many people who have guided you to this day. The faculty, as well as your family and friends, have been in the right place at the right time to offer their direction and support. Thank you, everyone who made this day possible. Graduates, this is an opportunity to express your gratitude for that support. Graduates, you are now and forever an alum of Ohio Dominican University. Go forth, use your gifts to make the world a better place. Share what you have learned, share your gifts, and please come back home to Ohio Dominican as often as possible. Congratulations. No, don't sit. Hannah, Addison, and Shannon will again lead us in singing. Please join in the words to the alma mater can be found inside the last page of your program. Our closing prayer will be delivered by Sister Diane Traffis, Ohio Dominican's Vice President for Mission and Identity.
Yes, please join me in the final blessing of these wonderful seniors that we're sending out into the world. O sacred, holy God, today, May the 8th, 2021, in some parts of the world are just an ordinary day. The sun has risen, the sun will set, people will go about their lives, people will live, people will cry, people will laugh, people will be born, and some people will go to their eternal reward. And yet, here in Columbus, Ohio, at this university, it is not an ordinary day. This is our graduation day. This is the day that is fresh and new and belongs to you. These graduates have confronted extraordinary challenges to arrive at this day. They have kept their commitment to their studies. They have tended to their life's growth. And now they are looking forward to starting a new beginning on a new day. And O holy, sacred God, we thank you for the success of each person's transformational journey. It was you who created the knowledge and understanding that they mastered. It was you who stimulated their curiosity and the capacity within them that led them in the pursuit of truth. It was you who watched over them and loved them to this day. And all of these things come from you, and we are very, very grateful. But as you led them in the past, now we ask you to lead these graduates into the future. When the applause of today quiets down, help them to keep celebrating and to lift up their brothers and sisters in need. Carve out for them a very special place in society where they can continue to live out their vocation, the design of life that God has designed for them and that no one else can accomplish. As new chapters of their books of life unfold, We pray that these young adults will be known everywhere for their attitudes of servant leadership, for their skillful discernment in separating truth from falsehood, and in following in the footsteps of so many other Ohio Dominican University graduates who are now going about the world blazing it with a blaze of light, the trail of light. May God always bless you, each one, with the fortitude to make a difference in the world, even though many will tell you it cannot be done. May God bless you with outrage at the injustices you will see around you, so much so that you will feel compelled to work for justice and peace and equality. And yes, today awaits the new activation of all of your gifts and skills and talents, so that the very excellent work you have done in each one of them will continue to completion. Today is yours. Go out in joy. Thank you, God.
I declare this 113th commencement exercise to be concluded. Audience, please be seated and remain seated until this academic recessional has completely cleared the seating area. Thank you.